project before the break. Now we want to talk a little bit about staining that deck. So now is the time of year, it's warm enough to get out there.
Finally, yes.
Finally. But there's certain tips that you want to follow year after year when it comes to staining. You've brought us an example here.
It's a lot of maintenance when you have wood, but you want it to be beautiful. You want to really enjoy your time out there. So I've really brought some practical things today to really show you all the prep, all the different products, because there's so many options out there. So different types of wood are going to look different depending on what you do. Now we'll go over to the desk in a second and I'll really show you how to prepare any type of wood, but I just wanted to show how the same color of stain can look different with different opacities. So there's a functional side to it and also an aesthetic. So when you start with pretty good new wood, you really just want to protect it, put some sunscreen on it basically. So on pressure treated here and on cedar here, we have Benjamin Moore's Arbor Coat in a transparent finish. So it just has a little bit of pigment, just, and it really just protects. So you have to put the protective coating on top of that. And again, keeps it waterproof, UV protected, all that. If you want a little bit more pigment, semi-transparent. I'll show you a lot of different colors. You can pretty much get anything, but we've gone with Oxford Brown here. So again, you can see how different it looks on cedar versus pressure treated. So if you want to get rid of that green in your pressure treated, great idea to use as semi-transparent stain that adds a little bit of pigment to it.
Got it.
Then when you get into maybe older wood, you want to hide a little bit more of the grain. It's not that great. Semi-solid is nice. So you still see some of the grain, all of the texture, but again, you're using, but it's covering more of the imperfections, let's say. And then when you're going with, full on, had a breakout on my face, I'm covering everything, full foundation. That's when you want to use the solid stain. And you don't need to put the top coat on either the semi-solid or the solid. I love to use the solid and the semi-solid on Muskoka chairs, on any wooden furniture.
This looks great.
Very durable. Sometimes you go to someone's cottage, you sit down and then you come up and your white pants have
it's on it.
So these products are made for walking on it. They can take a lot more abuse. So it's a really great, fairly easy project to do outside in the summertime.
We've gone from a BB cream to a full foundation,
right?
That's like my TV makeup at the end of the line.
Exactly.
A lot of stuff going on.
Kim and Shai and Tracy and I, and that's what we look like, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so let's. So you're going to show us how to apply it.
I'm going to show you a couple of things. So you start off, you got to think, okay, what is my wood like? Is it an old deck I've inherited? I want to get rid of the finish that's on there because I really don't like it. It's peeling, whatever. In that case, there's a lot of different products that you can use depending on the condition of your deck. If you don't want to just get out there and sand the heck out of it. So you can use products. So Benjamin Moore has this full line of cleaning, restoring, removing. So you've got like your almost full-on nail polish remover type of product that'll take the product off. And then
That's got to be a lot of work though, right?
It's better than sanding it all off.
It is.
So it kind of depends how much work you want to do. If you want to rent one of those heavy-duty sanders, then you can do the same thing. You can remove it that way. But if you want to do remove it with a chemical, then you can use that product. You basically, if you have a pump spray, put it on the whole surface, let it sit for a good while, and then you hose it off. And then, so you're really just removing it that way. But when you've got your wood's in pretty good shape and you just want to clean it, because you want to get it ready to stain, then you want to use either the reviver, which will just sort of bring back the natural color, or the cleaner. And actually the cleaner is really good just for cleaning your old plastic vinyl furniture as well outside.
Oh, that's great.
So it's almost more like an all-purpose cleaner.
Oh, good stuff.
So of all the things I'm going to say, the most important is to make sure your wood is dry. Okay, and I can't say that enough. So I'm just going to show you, I kind of had this piece of wood. I let it sit outside for a while. It's already starting to dry, but you think your wood's dry, and you think, no, it's been, the sun's been shining on it, it's fine. So you can buy these moisture meters, and what you do is you stick it in like a good 1/8 of an inch into the wood. And you can see that moisture level. Can you see that?
Oh, it's way up there.
It's staying in the red. So even though it feels like it's dry to the touch, it's not. So you know what? You don't want to even think about it until you get into the green.
Because what's going to happen? The paint is just going to go right through the wood. It's not going to.
Worse than that. The paint's going to go in, or the stain's going to go in, but the water's going to want out. It's going to push up by next year, and then all the work that you just did is going to come off. So it's really important that it's super dry, whether it's pressure treated, any kind of product, make sure it's dry. So again, one other thing I wanted to mention was this new pressure treated wood that I discovered while I was doing some research for this. It's pressure treated, but it doesn't have that green tint.
Yeah, I've noticed they've really been able to update that.
So this is Micro Pro Sienna product, and it's basically preserved with a copper.
Good stuff.
So it's got a nice color to it.
And thanks